Hello student, this is our social studies class and we are studying the chapter number 6 democratic government. In previous class we have talked about the judiciary and the three wings, legislature, executive and the judiciary. The democratic government three wings are legislature, the executive and the judiciary. So we have already talked about the legislature, the executive, and today's we are going to discuss about the judiciary, which is the third wing of the government. So what is judiciary? Judiciary is the third and the last organ of the central and state government. It's the third wing, or we can say that the third organ of the state and the central government. It works to its work is to interpret the law on the land. So it is work on the ground level. It ensures that the law are properly followed by the everyone. It is checking that it check the law is properly followed, properly following of the law by the everyone, every citizen. It punishes the people who breaks the law, and it also punishes the people who breaks the law. There is a single integrated system of court in our country for the Union of India and the state. So only single court of what is the single court of uh, integrated system of court in our country for the Union of India and our state. The system has a pyramidal structure. Pyramidal structure with the Supreme Court at the apex, means the biggest court, followed by the High Court and the subordinate courts in the various state and different state. The judiciary independent as it is not influenced by the legislature and the executive wing. The judiciary is independent, swatantra, and it is not influenced, it is not forced by the legislature and the executive wing. So first is the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court of our country. It is the highest court of our country. It is in the New Delhi. It is functioning since 1950. It its decisions are binding on all and apply to the whole country. Means the Supreme Court decision is binding, is on the top and apply to whole the country. The Supreme Court consists of the Chief Justice and a member of other judges. Means it has a one Chief Justice and members of the number of judges. It can have a maximum of 30 judges. Have maximum 30 judges. The senior most judge of the Supreme Court is appointed as the Chief Justice of India. Who is the senior one? The person who is the senior judge is called the Chief Justice of India. He is the most powerful person. The judge do not have a fixed term of office like the president, the governor, etc. The judges do not have the fixed term of office. The judge hold the office till the age of 65 years. So a judge can hold the office till the age of 65. So he can work for more than 5 years. The second thing is the High Court. The High Court is the highest court of the state. Like the Supreme Court is the highest court of country, and High Court is the highest court of the state. According to our constitution, each of the 29 states should have at least a high court, should have a high court. However, some high court has jurisdiction over 2 or more states. Means jurisdiction means like authority or control one or over 2 states. Like the Supreme Court, a High Court also has a Chief Justice and other judges. Likewise, the Supreme Court, High Court also have a Chief Justice and other judges. The Chief Justice of the state is appointed by the President of the India in in consultation with the governor of the state. means the president and the governor both can decide the chief justice of the state and the judges of the high court. The number of judges in the high court differ from state to state. It is depending on one state to another state that how many judges are there will be there in a high court. So student, in judiciary we have studied about the Supreme Court and the High Court. In our next class we will discuss about the subordinate courts. So student, you have to revise this, read it twice at your home. If you find any problem regarding this chapter, you can ask me during class hours. Thank you student, thank you for listening.